we'll see. Right on. Well, my name is Cristina, and I'm so excited to be here tonight. New York is so near and dear to my heart. I went to school in New Jersey and spent a lot of time in this city. And I fall in love with it every time I come back until someone screams at me or honks at me, and I'm like, they don't do that back in Nashville. But yeah, it's really good to be back, and thank you so much for being here on this cold, this icy spring night. It's not that bad, but I'm gonna kick things off with an original tune. I'm very excited because I'm putting out a new record May 20th. Thank you. And I have it here tonight, actually. It's here early, so because you guys were so awesome and came out, if you want to buy that CD, you can, even though it's not out yet. But anyway, this song I'm going to start with is the title track, and it's the single that I haven't released yet. It's called Make Myself Be Again, and it's about being nice to yourself. I wrote it in West Virginia, and sitting in a park. Yeah, I write a lot of angry songs, but I wanted to write a nice song. And this is what came out. That's weird. I have all 6 strings. Am I losing my mind? That's not a good omen, you guys. Do you see this? Okay, so you also get a magic show tonight. That was a if this was Star Trek, Captain Picard would be like, scan the room. Something's up, there's an alien. Okay, anyway. We got all our strings for now, hopefully. You're eating right, that you sleep well at night. Forget those mistakes you made before. And it's been a long, long while, but I'd like to meet you now, somewhere across God's golden shore. Sometimes I lose, sometimes I win. I'm gonna make myself sometimes I win. vocal up here. Thank you. Thank you very much. So, this next song is an old gospel tune. I found myself in a rabbit hole of Delta and country blues when I first found Skip James and Blind Willie Johnson. And so this tune a lot of people have done, but Blind Willie Johnson does a version that I like a lot, and I want to share that with you. If you don't know Blind Willie Johnson, he is so good. He's so good. So he recorded this stuff in 1927 in Grafton, Wisconsin. And one of his recordings ended up in space because it's that good. And they were like, we want to represent the human race. And they put Dark Was the Night, Cold Was the Ground on that spinny thing out there, which is the technical term for that. So anyway, this is a gospel tune. He was a very devout singer, and most of the songs he did were gospel in some way, but this is one of my favorites. It's called Keep Your Lamp Trimmed and Burning. One of the things I miss the most about New York is late night food. Shows you where my priorities are. But they really are with food. It's just an unfortunate habit you pick up in an Italian family. This song is not about food. I was thinking about food, so, you know, again, shows you where my priorities are. They have a fried peach tart next door. Sounds like amazing. What even is that? It's been on my mind since I read it. This next song is about, so we just did gospel, but an interesting thing to me about gospel music and
a lot of other types of music that incorporate this idea of being excited to die so you can get to a better place. And I thought I would try my hand at that theme because it's like an interesting thing. It's comforting in a way if you believe in something. But you're sort of like, wow, I can't wait to get this shit over with. Which I find like somewhat hilarious on another level. So I wrote a tune for the last record called Heaven Bound Station, and it goes like this. Complaining when I was 6 feet in the ground. Won't you make my bed up? Make sure to go. I'm dressed up. I'm going to a house behind 2 pearly gates. Yeah, I ain't going nowhere, so I know I can't be late. And you make my bed up, make sure to go, and I'm dressed up. I'm going to that house behind 2 pearly gates. Where I ain't going nowhere, so I know I can't be late. Rejoicing in death, which is not an easy thing to do at all. I'm going to play some banjo. It's happening a little earlier than I might have expected, but it's just sitting there looking really glinty and reflective. So, yeah, I grew up listening to rock music and punk and metal and even electronic music. Love it. But I always loved playing guitar and writing songs, and when I found slide guitar, it was like my first real aha moment. And then I got into that, and then I got into folk music and old-time music. And the banjo came a lot later, and it was really just for fun most of the time, but that's what happens when you let a banjo into your life. I warn against it. But now it's part of my sets because I just love it so much, and I've written a couple of songs on this thing too. One of which just came out, so I'm going to start with that one. Oh yeah, the other fun thing about banjos is they don't keep a tune ever, to the point where you can have a tuner in your pedal and you still need a second source to verify that you're even vaguely in the tune area. And if you look at it the wrong way, it'll go to another place. Kind of like me. So this song is a lot of doom and gloom in these first couple songs, huh? Because this one's about the end of the world. I promise there's some good old, breakup songs and stuff like that. But yeah, I wrote this in Colorado, and I had my feet in the river in Estes Park in the Rockies. And I was like, wow, the river's so cool, blah, blah, blah. But also, like, when is the time going to be where we just don't have this anymore? Or, like, what does that look like? And that's where my mind naturally wandered, because I can't enjoy anything. So I wrote this song, and it just came out with a video. It's on the new record, too, so it's on that CD. And it's called River Roll.
Changed Your Mind, and it's out on Spotify. It's not on the new album, but it was part of a really cool little summer series I did under a magnolia tree called the Magnolia Sessions.
tune here that I do a lot, just because I think it's such a cool little tune. It's called Darling Cora. And there's a lot of different versions of this song, but I prefer this one, which is kind of Mike Seeger's take on the tune. I think it's cool when universal archetypes come up in old-time music, and this one's about not wanting to pay the government taxes. So I feel like that's relatable. I've shuffled the verses around to make Darling Cora the winner here. Because she dated a low-down gambling man.
So sound. Well, the revenue officers are coming to tear your steel house down. Wake up, darling Cora, and give it to me, my gun. Lord, I'm not a man for trouble, but I'll die before I run. She stood, darling Cora, with a 44 in her hand. Lord, I'll kill them revenue officers if they leave here with my men. Go away, darling Cora, but you're hanging around my bed. Whiskey's a trouble in my body, poor boys, pretty women is a trouble in my head. Go away, darling Cora, won't you do the best you can? Oh, I'll find me another woman, can find you another man. Oh, I'll go, darling Willie, and I'll do the best I can. But I'll never more give my loving to a low-down gambling man. Thank you guys so much.
Well, I used to have a little silver guitar that someone at McCabe's, where I used to work, they didn't want it anymore because it had some neck problems and had to be drilled through with a screw, so, understandable. And my first guitar that I bought was a, what's the brand? A Johnson resonator that got smashed by a tweaker on Venice Beach. So Oh, wait. Yeah. We'll play a couple of these. So anyway, long story short, this timing was serendipitous. There was this abandoned little guitar, and I played on this thing for a while. It was a small little Highway 61 resonator. And it decided to freak out entirely when I was playing a show in Monterey, and I couldn't play it anymore because the pickup had just come up and was blocking the strings. And my friend who got me that gig, the guy who owned the place, gave me that guitar off the wall, the red one. And I was gonna play it, but I got distracted by my stories, so it makes a lot more sense when I'm about to pick up the red guitar. I was like, wow, I remember that with such fondness in my heart, but also, like, let's play it for the people. Anyway, it's called Little Red, because it's little and it's red. And yeah, so it happens to also just be the coolest little guitar. So if you're ever in Monterey, go to Bon Ton Leroy's Steakhouse and Smokehouse. You can fit all of that in your Google. Remember MapQuest? You guys remember printing out paper to get somewhere? I remember that. I also remember when YouTube was free. Free. Are we live streaming? Remember when YouTube was free? We just collectively put up with this ruined such a good thing. Now there's ads all over the place. Yeah, by free I mean ad-free. But you guys, the real ones know. Last record. It's called Traveling Blues. I went on a very long tour and sort of adventure. In 2018, I sort of hit a wall in Los Angeles, and I got to see a lot of amazing places, and so this song came out of that. It's called Traveling Blues. to mention that that song is where the title of my last record came from, Nowhere Sounds Lovely. And wouldn't you know, I have that for sale too. But, you know, we're lucky this isn't Nashville where some poor person walks around with a tip jar and harasses you for money. This is much, much better. I want to play you guys a song that I don't play very often, and it's on the last record. It's called Dreaming of Utah. Has anyone out here been to Moab, or that area? Hell yeah. So you guys get it. I spent some time there and fell in love. And when I moved to Nashville, it was winter time, and I was pretty depressed, I think. And I woke up one day and I was just like, damn, I really wish I was out there again camping. So I wrote this song. Woke up dreaming of Utah, the sweat and the dirt, and my feet led me closer to a little self-worth. How the skies are unforgiving, but that don't mean it hurts, and a little tough love feels as new as a bird. A little tough love feels as new as a bird. Pining for mountains of green or stone, for the silence that's haunting and you're truly alone. Didn't need friends, I felt full on my own. How those mountains start waiting the minute you're gone. How the mountains start waiting the minute you're gone. Had my heart in the right place, but it wandered again. Forgotten my lovers, and I can't find my friends. And I'm gone when the dust falls, so I don't have to pretend that I'm alright with being alone in the end. That I'm alright with being alone in the end. Thank you guys. Anybody out here like Catfish? There was like a pause there. A big old pause. Like, who really likes Catfish here? You can tell me. Okay. You're like, yeah! Fried up. Maybe. Anyway, I want to play you guys an old blues tune that is about catfish that I find just great, because it's not about catfish at all, which is very blues of them. But, you know, I am genuinely curious how other people feel about catfish. I didn't like the look of it in a soup. but I've had it fried and it was fried. Anyway, my favorite version of this song is what? Wow, Little Red's having some problems. I'm sorry, you guys. My favorite version of this song is Skip James. And Skip James is another person that if you haven't heard of, you should check him out. One of his songs made it into "Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?" Or as I like to think of that soundtrack as bluegrass for the rest of the world. I grew up in Europe and we watched that movie and we loved like every song on it, but we did not listen to any bluegrass or really old time in my house at all growing up. So, you know, people are like, oh, those songs are so overplayed, and I'm like, yeah, well, for good reason. So one of those songs is Hard Time Killing Floor Blues, and that's a very famous Skip James song. But this one, he does a rendition of Catfish Blues that I just love. And how's everybody doing? Thanks for being here, you guys. I was gonna say y'all, and I was like, they know that I've adopted that, but it's okay. It is so useful, y'all. so cute when they say it too. I love it. I want to say it. So I do. I want to play you guys a song off of the new record. So, I'm not even going to take a poll because I know 2020 was just like atrocious for everybody due to the, nature of things. And I had a really hard time with music at that time. And just generally my instruments and writing, and I just didn't want to pick anything up. It was really weird. In a time where I had more time than anything on my hands, I was like, no. And when I finally did write a song, this is the song that came out. It's on the new record. I'm going to use a capo for it because it works a lot better that way. And it's sort of, it's definitely a little emo-ish, for sure. A little bit of emotions, emotional vibes. But it's also about, learning and growing up, which I refuse to do.
Too hard on the heart. Consequences aside, they've been hard to tell apart. Just bad luck, but a real good time. Close enough to being satisfied. Get up, I'm old enough to take it on the chin. Going's tough, I learned enough to know I didn't win. Well, that tally, it don't cover everything. It don't know the kind of pain that I've been in. It don't know how good it feels to have a friend. Not the one for me, but you're here for me right now. Lucky you're so sweet, but I'd throw the whole thing out. Not so fast. It can't be black or white. You come in last, but you're still alright. It don't cover everything. It don't know the kind of pain that I've been in. It don't know how good it feels to have a friend.
blues song, shocker. Mississippi Fred McDowell tune. This is the original Sweet Home Chicago, if you guys have heard that song. This is apparently the predecessor. And I guess Kokomo wasn't as catchy as Chicago. So here we stood with, from Mississippi Fred McDowell and his beef bone. But it was a genuine one. You'd be surprised the range of responses I get with that question. My favorite so far has been whenever interviewers or podcasters are like, so, the banjo. Why the banjo? And some of you even said, people don't really like the banjo very much. How did you get into it? And I was like, that's kind of rude, sir. You know, whatever, I guess. So anyway, I like to ask before I plink plink. It's a good practice. I want to play you a song off the last record called Prayer for the Blind. And this tune came around in an interesting way, and to say the least. On this tour I was doing, I was camping on the border of Iowa and Nebraska, and I met this really nice couple, Carrie and I think John, I'm forgetting his name right now. But Carrie was the one who told me the story that just, it got me. And she, you know, they saw that my fire wasn't working very well, and they were like, oh, come on over here and eat our food and be with us. And I was really nice because I was alone on the road, and they were like, "What are you doing out here?" And I was like, "I don't know." Yeah, she, at some point, I don't know how it came up, just turned to me and was like telling this story, laughing the whole time, about her mother who suffers from dementia and who believes that her husband is going out dancing with a woman with 2 peg legs. Right? And I'm sitting there like, the social cues are telling me funny, my brain is telling me, oh, that's like, I'm sorry, that must be difficult. But she just thought it was the funniest thing, and I was like, can I write a song about that? And she said yes. So this is the song that came out. It's called Prayer for the Blind. That I wrote, and my banjo is like really stressed out, so I don't know what energy you guys are throwing this way. It's not doing good over here.
It's the rain.
It's the rain. Yeah. Oh, that actually is probably correct. Yeah. I'm a musician. I knew that. It is. Yeah. It's that, and then just having. It's like I've been in a car for like 3 days straight. What the hell? But I want to play you guys a song. It's called Time for Leavin'. It's not Time for Leavin' just yet, but it is definitely about knowing when to leave, which is not now. But, seriously, thanks for being here, and thank you, Jalopy, who knows. Thank you guys for having me, and,
Thanks for
making this such a nice evening. Thanks for being here.
left you at my kitchen door. The days were long, the hours short. There's nothing sacred anymore. It's time for you to make bad. 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 Coming round to let you down. You know what they always say. Well, happiness is fleeting, babe. I could leave or I could stay, but you love me either way. So it's time for you to make bad. 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 Living large, this living's hard. Kissing in the summer heat. You see me driving down your street. Oh, but you don't call a check on me. And I don't know just what it means. I think I know what it means. But it's time for you to make bad. 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 Thank you.
That's enough banjo for now. We all know how we feel about this instrument, according to some dude somewhere. I'm gonna finish off the night with the song about Nashville. It's called Small Town Nashville Blues, and it's also on the new record. So I feel like you've had a good selection, but that's not even. There's all kinds of, well, I need to not swear. I feel like the live stream's throwing me off, and it's, I don't know, can I cuss like a sailor? Okay, cool. Yeah, there's a bunch of different shit on there. That's what I was gonna say. But it's good shit, I think. So I'm really excited to share it with the world. And cheers to you guys for being here. Thank you so much. This is a Small Town Nashville Blues. Problems, leave them at the door. If I lose, let me
promise what to make it for if I lose. I'm tired of restless sleeping. I want some new dreams to you. I'm tired of your misleading and your postpone attitude if I lose. Small town Nashville blues. These low down small town Nashville blues. Hey guys, it's been really fun. Thank you so much for coming out tonight. Thanks to Holly for having me. And see you guys over there at the merch table. You guys are pretty straightforward too. All right, well that's really sweet. Thank you so much. I did hear banjos. Everyone okay? Let's see. Well, now, does it being an original take more precedence? Because I don't have many more, or like any right now, I think, that I've written that have words.
It's your call. Whatever you want.
I do have one, and it's actually on the record as well. This was a co-write with, it has words, but there's a lot of banjo. It's a co-write with Kyle Tuttle, who is a banjo player in Nashville, and he, yeah, it's a double banjo song, so naturally there's just one of me, but seems like a good tune to end the night. It's called Oxbow Meander Loop, which is a real thing. That's a real name for the loop of a river when it starts to meander into an oxbow lake.